Now in an aquarium like this, you've got a decision to make. Do you use carbon dosing, like Nopox, and then they release carbon into the water, and the organic carbon helps the growth of the denitrifying bacteria, and that helps to get rid of your nitrate. And the advantage of carbon dosing is it's super easy, because if my nitrate goes up, I just turn up the level of the carbon that I'm dosing. If my nitrate goes down, it's super easy. I just turn down the level of my carbon that I'm dosing, and I just make sure that I'm cleaning the skimmer a couple of times a week. On the other hand, we can use a biopellet reactor, and this one is currently not being used because they are a bit of a pain in the neck to use, because particularly when you're playing around with an aquarium and it's relatively unstable, that means that you're going to have to play around with the amount of biopellets that are in the reactor at any one time. And increasing or decreasing the amount of biopellets is a pain in the neck. So that means you turn off the system, you open the top up, you remove some biopellets. Sounds very simple, but somehow you manage to get them everywhere, and it's just never quite as simple as just adding them or taking them out. And it's just something that you often just don't get around to doing. So using a biopellet reactor is basically more economical than carbon dosing, but it is more involved when you're changing the dose. So if you have a super stable aquarium, it's going to be economical to consider using the biopellet reactor for carbon dosing. If your aquarium is all over the shop because it's new, because you're adding stock, because you're taking stock out, because you're overhauling the tank, then you're going to expect that you need to change the dose rate regularly because your tank's not stable and you're adding new animals and changing the capacity and stuff. So that's when the carbon dosing is basically better. So anyway, just give us a little comment in the comments. Tell me if you prefer biopellet reactors or if you prefer carbon dosing and why. So what you don't want to do is you use a biopellet reactor or use a carbon dosing and don't clean your skimmer, because you can get yourself into trouble. You want to clean your skimmer twice a week and make sure you've got quite a good skimmer. Having a good skimmer to remove the residuals of your carbon dosing is key.